This is potentially huge news. If you use Shopify, Crosslist, the cross-listing platform that I use to manage multiple platforms, of multiple selling platforms, now integrates with Shopify. So if you are on Shopify, this is going to be big news for you. I've used Crosslist now for getting on 6 months, and it's meant that I've been able to scale my business even further. This year so far, we're currently on the 5th of March. I've done 7 grand on Vinted Pro. I took on Crosslist because of Vinted and vice versa. Of course, that 7 grand in sales may well have come by eBay, but let's face it, it's much better than it sells on Vinted because all that 7 grand is now mine rather than fees, etc. So if you haven't already seen this video that I'm just about to start, check out Crosslist. I do get a kicker from anybody who signs up, but you get 30% off as well. And as with all things, I wouldn't promote anything that I don't believe in myself and use. And I've been using Crosslist very, very successfully. Check it out. In fact, check it out even if you don't use Shopify, because you can fulfill to multiple platforms. Like I say, I've already said that. It's dead easy to use. Watch this video. Crosslist is an essential tool for resellers wanting to streamline their listing and inventory management experience. Now, you guys know how much I go on about time efficiency. The more time I can save on any aspect of my business, the more profitable my business can become. But what I really love about Crosslist is how simple it is to use. Once you sign into your Crosslist account, you'll be presented with the inventory page. I just want to give you a quick demonstration of how easy it is to import some or all of your stock. At the top of the page, click on import and you'll be presented with the 8 marketplaces that Crosslist facilitates. For my purposes, I just use eBay, Vinted and Facebook Marketplace at the moment. For this example, we're going to import from eBay. Now, the beauty about the import page as well, after it syncs, it'll load all your inventory. You'll notice I've imported quite a lot of stock already, actually. Some more recent listings I haven't, but you can actually click the tab at the top and just filter it by listings that you haven't imported to Crosslist. At this point, you can actually select all your inventory by clicking this little box at the top left of the table and then select all your listings. At the moment, I've got 535 listings that I haven't imported to Crosslist just yet. But for this example, I'll just import one listing. So just click on the box next to the item and import the listing. It'll give you an update and a successful result screen. Once the task is done, then you can click on the Crosslist logo and the listings that you've recently imported will appear at the top of the list. There's our example, the House of Cavani shoes. So we're going to click on that listing and that'll give us the Crosslist detail page. On the left hand side, it'll tell you which platform it's been imported from, and to post to the other platforms you can just tick on the tick boxes next to the marketplace's logo. What that'll do as well, when you click on those tick boxes, it will expand the listing detail page, so it includes item specifics that are specific to all the marketplaces that you've ticked. Also, if you've imported this listing and you don't want to change the original listing, for example, I don't really want to change the original listing on eBay, all you need to do is make sure that the eBay box isn't ticked. When you've made your relevant changes, scroll down to the bottom and hit post. It'll tell you it's uploading and posting to the relevant marketplace and also tell you when it's successfully been posted. Once successful, there's one or two things you can do. On the left hand side of the screen, it'll tell you what date that it was listed on, and from this page also you can delist from specific or all of the marketplaces when an item sells. Click on the Crosslist logo, it'll take you back to your inventory page, and you'll notice on the listed on it will give you the logo of the marketplaces that listing is posted to. This can also be done in bulk by selecting the items from your inventory that you want to list. I'll use these first 4 as an example. Click on the top right, bulk post 4 listings, and it will ask you which marketplace you want to post them to. Similarly, if you want to delist, same principle, bulk delist 4 listings, and then again select the marketplace you want them delisting from. Also, going back to the listing we've imported for a moment, if you find a scenario where your listing is getting a bit old and tired and you want to delist and relist it just to give it a fresh lease of life, at the bottom of the page with the marketplaces selected, you can delist everywhere and relist just to give it a fresh lease of life. For those sellers out there that are dealing with a lot more volume, Crosslist gives you the opportunity to manage your stock to suit your needs. You can bulk post or delist or remove 100 listings at a time. Being able to bulk import my listings to Crosslist has been a game changer. It saves so much time, but it doesn't just stop there. If you click on the create button at the top of the Crosslist inventory page and select your marketplaces, you can create a listing from scratch. You can also use AI to help generate the listing. So let's import some pictures. You can work around the title, the description, etc. as you would with any of the other platforms, knowing that each of these sections relate to the platforms that you are going to post to. Also on the images section, you can remove all backgrounds automatically. Once you're happy with the listing that you've created, simply click post and that will post to all those platforms. Back on the inventory page, a feature I particularly like is the search facility. If I'm looking for a specific item, all I have to do is start typing that item and it will populate the list below. But it doesn't just stop there. If you click on the drop down for the filters, it can be really specific as well, by brand, by which platform the item's listed on, any tags you might have put on the listing itself, and whether it's sold or not. All in all, it's absolutely beautiful in its simplicity, and it really has had a significant impact on my sales and the time it's freed up. Now, since the introduction of Vinted Pro in the UK, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit daunted by the prospect. I really don't want to miss the opportunity of selling on Vinted and have the opportunity to sell on other platforms. But the reason I was daunted is I was worried about how much time it was going to take me and whether that would eat into my sourcing time particularly. I knew a cross-listing platform was the way to go, but I was really surprised just how simple Crosslist is to use. I genuinely can see my business growing significantly because of using this facility. I know there'll be a lot of people out there in a similar boat to me who want to list on multiple platforms, but like I was initially, are a bit daunted about how to go about that. If you want to give Crosslist a go, and I strongly recommend you do, down in the description of this video you'll see a link where you can sign up for an account, and that link will give you 30% off sign up. You guys know I wouldn't recommend anything that I don't use myself, and I'm very excited to see what Crosslist can do for you. Get that link clicked.